Hey, what's happening, everybody? Just a quick video here. We're down at the track here at Immokalee. We got my car here. The last pass that we did with this car, we did 642 at 112.7 miles an hour. All right, so we tried to come down here tonight to do a little bit better, but things didn't work out so good. If you go back to the video that I put up of that night, there were 2 times that the car shifted into 3rd gear going down the track. Well, today what's happening is in the burnout box, the car's shifting into 3rd gear in the burnout box. Okay, so now it's starting to do it there. The engine's bogging down. It downshifts, it tries to hit the wheels again. I took all the water off the tires, and the differential is only turning 1 tire. And you'll see it. I'm going to show you those videos now. So I talked to my tuner about it, and he told me there's all kinds of crazy shit going on here tonight. But I talked to my tuner about it, and he explained to me that my differential is starting to go. What's happening is the advanced track runs in the background, and when it senses that both tires in the back are not spinning at the same speed, okay, it tries to apply the brakes, and that's what's explaining the bog in the burnout box. And then, like I say, it downshifts and tries to hit it again. I got no water on the weak side, the right side, and then the left side tire spins, and it's just showing me that my differential is starting to go. Now, I know that it's been making noise, it's been giving me trouble, but I never had any problem with the actual differential. You know, the posi unit was always working okay. It's all kinds of shit. There's guys running with quads, dirt bikes, junior dragsters. See that? I don't know if you can see that back there, but there's a guy with a dirt bike. He's actually going down the track with it. But anyway, guys, things have been good up until now, but right now things are starting to give me trouble. I was hoping to get some 630s out of the car tonight, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get it. So let me show you some of those runs so you can see what I'm talking about, and then I'll talk a little bit at the end of the video what I'm going to do about it.
All right, this guy.
Car guy in the stage 2 Whippled charged Mustang. Got a little chiller action going on. Check him out on his YouTube channel, Coyote Car Guy. There he is. He's looking to put a 630 something up on the board tonight. He went from a stage 1 to a stage 2 here a couple weeks ago. So he's getting ready for a blast off. First one tonight. Let's see what he can do.
Let's don't worry about the Coyote Car Guy. Let's play the scoreboard.
All right, it looks like it's going to be one of those nights, guys. I still had that problem where first to second shifts, I broke traction in second gear, and it shifted right into third. I don't know what it is. My burnouts for some reason aren't going well. The car's not shifting right. I really don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get another rear for it. Now, the last time we had it in the quarter, I was shifting into seventh gear at the end of the track, right? And that's a thing to be avoided. This car is expected to go faster in the quarter mile than I did the last time, so I'm thinking that I got to change the gear ratio. I got a 355 in the car now. I don't want to go to 315s. I'm thinking about putting a 331 in it. So it might take me some time to work that out, but that's really where I'm headed. I could get a 355. It's relatively easy to do. I might just do that just to get it done quickly, but I'm looking into a... You hear that? That's a two-stroke. It's some guy with an old Banshee that's got an extended wheelbase and shit. They're racing that stuff down the track here at Immokalee, so really weird shit. But I'm gonna have to get a rear for it. Like I say, I really want a set of 331s for it. This way it'll hold it in 6th gear going down a quarter mile. But if I can't put that together, I'm probably just gonna throw another 355 in it. Anyway, guys, it's been great up until now, but now we're having problems. So I got some things to work out, but when I get it worked out, we'll be back in the saddle, we'll be back at the track. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Absolutely perfect. This is a great engine, this Living Noise engine. Hey, you guys are still here? Well, I guess the video is not over. It's been a couple of weeks since I was at the track and I did those runs. And it really does suck that the differential in my car went bad. But, you know, it was just one of those things. I've been hammering on this car since the first day I got it. And it starts to show, you know, after a while, beating the crap out of everything like I've been doing for the past year and a half with this car. Things are going to start to go. It's just the way it goes. And the car's making a lot of power, so you know what? These things happen. What are you going to do? But I've had a lot of chance to think about actually what I'm going to do to rebuild the rear in this car. And I contacted my friends at Steeda, and I was just about set to rebuild the rear that's in this car. And put an Auburn differential in it, put a 331 gear in it, you know, just make everything new, have them set it up and put it in the car. But I thought about it, and I thought twice. Take a look, guys. This is not a performance pack car. This car has a rear in it. It's a 355 gear. It's got a traction lock differential in it, which is, you know, slipping like crazy right now. And there's also a lot of backlash in it. If you pull the car into the garage, it'll roll back about a quarter of a turn. You know, the whole car will roll back about a quarter of a turn of the wheel before the rear grabs. So there's a lot of backlash in the rear. The thing's pretty much blown. It just hasn't blown apart. You know, I'm still able to drive it, but I can't race it. But getting back to, you know, what I'm going to do about replacing it, this has got a rear in it that's got an aluminum case. And the performance pack cars do not have that. They have a cast iron case. So I thought about it for a while, and I thought maybe I should get one that is a cast iron case. I could have went to, you know, one of the Mustang supply houses and bought one, but I decided to look around and see what I can find. And in that box right there is another rear. I did make a decision, so let me show you that. Okay, so here it is. This is the rear that I decided to purchase for my car. Now, what makes this rear different or better than the one that's in the car, you ask? Well, the one that's in the car is an aluminum case and it's a traction lock differential. This one has a cast iron case and is a torsion differential. Now, it's debatable whether the torsion is actually stronger than the traction lock, but some say it is, just by a little bit. I'm making roughly about 800 to the wheels with that 2018 Mustang. I feel like this rear might be the right one for it. And if it's not, if I break this one, well, if I have to rebuild it, I'd rather be rebuilding one that has a cast iron case as opposed to the one that's in the car that's an aluminum case. Okay, so take a look at this rear. See what it says right there? This is out of a 2019 Mustang GT with an automatic transmission. What makes this good for my car is that it's a 355 gear and it has the correct pinion flange for the drive shaft. So this one is bolt-in. Like I say, it's a 355 gear and it's out of a performance pack car. Now take a look, guys. This thing looks brand new, and that's basically because it is. This came out of a car that had roughly about 800 miles on it. The car was purchased and it was wrecked, and this rear became available. Now, one of the main reasons why I bought this one is because it was significantly cheaper than buying a new one. And if I bought a new one, it would have the cast iron case, but I would have to change the pinion flange. And after all of that, I would still have the traction lock. So I felt much more comfortable by going with this one. Take a look, guys. It's basically brand new. It was, like I say, 800 miles was on the car when it was wrecked. So I was able to land this one. All right, and I'm expecting not to have any problems. You never know when you buy something used. You never know. All right, but it looks really good, and I have confidence that this is going to work well for me. So take a close look. Looking good. Okay, so that's where we're at. We got a rear for the car. It's looking really good. The car to date, it's making a lot of power. We dynoed roughly about 800 to the rear wheels on pump gas with this car. And, I should say a lot of people are urging me to go to E85 with this car and pulley down. Currently, what we have here is a car that's making about 10 pounds of boost on pump gas with a little boost stain. And to date, we ran 1008 at 138.5 miles an hour in the quarter mile. The best pass at the 8th mile was 642 at 112.7 miles an hour. And like I say, guys, that's on pump gas. We're gonna get the rear in the car as soon as we can. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it, if I'm gonna have somebody else do it, or I do it. If I can find the time to do it and I have the patience, I might even do it here myself. It's not that difficult a job. But the car is perfectly capable, based on that 8th mile time, of doing a 9-second quarter mile. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. It's gonna take me a couple of weeks to get this rear in the car. I'll get it back out at the track, and we should see 9-second passes out of this car, no problem. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.